About a year ago, a survey was held across 17 countries. The list included the US, India and the Netherlands. People in these countries were asked one question. What do you feel about returning to office? Two-thirds of them had only one response. Don't ask us to come to office or we'll quit. It was a bold claim, also a hollow one, because most of them are now dragging their feet to work, competing for parking space in offices and returning to their dull desks. What does it tell you? Crusaders of hybrid work are on the losing end of this war. Work from home is dying a slow death. The President of the United States of America agrees. Joe Biden has directed federal workers to return to office. It's a quote-unquote priority for him. Many say, about time. When federal employees work from home, they waste taxpayer money. Many cabinet agency headquarters are on rent. They cost the government millions of dollars a month. It comes up to about $5 billion every year to lease office space for the government. $5 billion, $2 billion annually on maintenance of buildings. And what for? These buildings have become a shadow of their former selves. On most days, they sit empty. The average occupancy is about 20%. So now the US government is calling staff back, and it's joining a slow but sure migration. A reverse migration, as some like to call it. People are bidding goodbye to Zoom and being hauled back to conference rooms. And leading this change are Wall Street firms, followed by tech giants like Apple, Meta, Google, and X, formerly Twitter. Also, speaking of Zoom, it slammed an ironic, if not the last nail in the coffin. Zoom has been the flag bearer of remote work. 3 years ago, the pandemic upended work patterns. It forced people into working from home, and Zoom became the go-to video conferencing service. This company revolutionized work from home. In 2020, its shares skyrocketed. They increased sixfold. But towards the end of 2021, they fell drastically. And since then, Zoom has lost $100 billion in market value. Quite the roller coaster. Also an indication of the change in work patterns the world over. Turns out, even Zoom is not immune to this post-pandemic shift. Zoom is now calling employees back to office at least 2 days a week. And with this, Zoom is joining a long list of companies. 90% of companies across the world have asked their staff to work from office. Some offered incentives to get them back. Some say they will fire workers if they don't return. So a bit of love bombing and then harsh measures, all to get people back. You may wonder why. Are companies evil slave drivers? Are they bored of offices turning into ghost towns? Are they worried about coffee machines gathering dust? Well, probably not. They have a different reason for calling you back: boosting productivity. Let me explain with some numbers. According to a study by UCLA, workers are 18% less productive when working from home. 18%. According to a study by Harvard, an online retailer saw a 4% drop in productivity due to remote work. Employees answered fewer sales calls, they had poorer interactions, and they put customers on hold for longer. Another study claims even chess professionals fare worse in online matches. So work from home may feel good, but it's not proving to be great for business. It makes it harder for teams to collaborate. Professional networks within companies become isolated. A study conducted this year found that when you work from home, you do not exchange enough feedback. You find it harder to learn new skills. So while video conferencing is convenient and appears cost-effective, it proves to be expensive over time for your company. And companies know this. They're struggling to find the right balance. Some are cushioning the blow with hybrid work. Others are simply landing blows with ultimatums. The fact is, the way we work is changing again. Only this time it feels like the revolution has turned full circle and we are back to where we started. Which side of the divide are you on? Write to us. We'd love to hear from you.